There's a huge conviction now in helping them to write their CV. They've got the words to describe themselves. They've got their personal values aligned. They've got a career direction. They've got a map. And that's a Harvard study that was done in 1956 of people who set goals. Only 4% of them had goals set. 40 years later, they were researched, and those 4% were some of the most successful people in the world. So only 4% of us are actually writing career goals, setting goals down to say what I want. At least if we know what we want, we know what we're aiming for. Not needlessly sending out CVs and doing interviews for the sake of it. And once we decide the road we want to travel, we can then do the exploration. We can then look at where is the match for our skills. We can build a CV with conviction. And if you look at the economy at the moment, it's a lot of the bank's issue has been about short-termism. Next quarter results, short-termism, short-term thinking. We're talking long-term. And people might say, well, I want to pay the mortgage. I need a quick fix. Yes, we'll help you with what we call a bridge job to get you back on there and earning if you need to earn straight away. But what we want to do with you is help you to find a long-term solution. What do you really want? And once we work with that, we have a clear goal of where we're going. And even the bridge jobs can build to their path of where they really want to go. And it's about building people's awareness of what they have to offer and self-belief. Remember my first slide there when we were talking about you're only a 5.5, you don't measure up. We're dealing with an individual who's just been kicked in the guts and they've been told you don't measure up. You're not good enough anymore. So to help this individual, we need to work on their self-belief as well. Before I finish, I'd like to, you'll say, what the hell is this? This is very creative work here, designed by Maeve Conroy and Gillian Driver at one stage in their life. It's step one, the brainstorming journey. The output of what do you want question. This is the result of a guy, Glenn, I was working with from Clonmel. Glenn was made redundant. He was an IT person working in a call centre. He'd worked with Hot Press at one stage in the music industry. And he was saying, what do I want? So he came in and self-belief absolutely on the floor. 37 years of age, never worked in a job he liked in his life. Completely stressed out from being in a call centre and being working under supervision. Hated the job. Made redundant, but he was one of those 82% who was completely disengaged and didn't like what he was doing. So in effect, the redundancy gave him maybe the kick up the backside he needed to get out there and to do something different. So what we did was, we went through a process in the what do you want and explored different things like skills and values, his passionate interest areas. And the brainstorming career ideas, going around in the circle, are the result of what was on the flip chart when we finished working through the session. He had an interest in learning and development, coaching, counselling, health and nutrition. He'd been to Weight Watchers 14 months before that and he'd lost 5 stone through Weight Watchers. Not here to promote Weight Watchers, but that's what he did. What he learned from that was he set himself a goal and he measured himself every week. And he achieved his goal. Through that he had formed an interest in fitness instruction. He also had an interest in psychology, read a lot of self-help books, and in a previous, when he was going to college in Tralee IT, he actually worked on the Tralee radio. He also had an interest in TV and bringing people on a fantasy journey. He'd written a short story book for his niece when he was about 25 years of age, and had got a huge amount of enjoyment from that. And he'd like to think about studying under and working under a human development guru. So we looked at all of those in the flip chart, and there was lots of other stuff there, but he went up and he circled, that's what I'm really passionately interested in. So we got now, that's what you're interested in. So what does all of that mean? So the core of that was identifying the essence. What is it that you can offer that's unique to you, Glenn? And identifying the essence was human development. So that's a very big word. What's human development? So from human development came, of all the careers that we identified, he wanted to be a radio presenter. And you're saying, right, you want to be a radio presenter. You've worked in a call centre for the last number of years. How are we going to get there? Well, what we helped him to do was to uncover a pathway to get there. He was unemployed, and I said, we can do one or two things. I can tell you what to do, or you can help yourself. So he helped himself. We provided the pathway. He's taken a certificate in coaching course over in Thurles. He's starting this Friday. It costs something in the region of €2,500 to go on that course. He doesn't have any money. But through voluntary agencies and a determination to succeed, he's achieved €2,500 from different government agencies. So, how did he do that? Because he wanted. He knew what he wanted. And he knew that the coaching was going to help him with his radio presenting. He's also doing a radio presenting course. And the goal was that he wants to work on WLRFM, it's a Waterford radio station, as a radio presenter. And when he rang up about the radio presenting course, the guy who's doing that course is a producer in WLRFM. So it opened a completely new door to him. We fine-tuned the CV for him that talked about his experience of working on radio. He's now going into Clonmel Hospital every weekend doing voluntary work on the radio station in Clonmel. He's completely aligned to where he's going. He wants to have a radio show that will help people in their lives. He wants to bring in the whole area of psychology and bring that into his radio show. That's his goal. I hope he gets there. But his self-belief and determination to succeed at the moment is powerful. And what he's done is, he's put the steps in. Another part for him to earn money for that bridge job at the moment is when he went to Weight Watchers, he identified that there was nobody doing Weight Watchers for men in the southeast of Ireland. So as his bridge job, every weekend, he set up Weight Watchers for men in the southeast. He's identified a niche, and he set that up. Because he has an interest in that area, and he's passionate about it. It's human development, and it's about making a difference. And that was really, really important to them. So I'm just charting a typical journey. I'm not saying that everybody here is going to become a radio presenter or anything like that. Everybody has different goals, everybody has different tangible things. And people can put up as many barriers as they want. And you know the Vicky thing, and yabbit, nabbit, yabbit, nobbit, all that kind of thing? Yeah, but I could, yeah, but no, but. The but. And it's about identifying that career goal and going for it with determination. And I suppose our approach is to help people to make that career change and achieve their career goal. So to wind up, future-proofing your business. I suppose from an outplacement perspective looking in, what I hope I've shared is where people are coming from when they come to us from an outplacement perspective. And that maybe you're not tapping into all of the talents of the people that you have currently working with you. And some of our work is around career management and helping people to manage their careers internally within organizations. But it's really important to realize the talent that you have, and maybe you're not tapping into all of them. It's also a way of building your employer brand. So the way that you treat somebody on the way out. Remember I mentioned those two brothers, or those two men married to two sisters. The way that that person was treated on the way out was really important for his colleague, for his best friend, because he wanted to see him move on in his career. And it's about future-proofing your career. So I hope I've enlightened people on what outplacement is, because people are always saying, what is outplacement? So thank you very much. Cheers.